You lost your temper with your cat. Maybe it was the counter, maybe the couch, maybe 4 in the morning for the 100th time. You raised your voice and it bolted, and now it is under the bed and will not look at you. So you are sitting there feeling awful, wondering whether your cat is angry, whether it forgives you, whether you just damaged something. Here's the first thing you need to know. The window in which a cat can connect a telling off to the thing it actually did is measured in seconds, not minutes, seconds, which means almost every scolding any owner has ever delivered arrived far too late to carry any meaning at all. Your cat did not learn a lesson, it learned something else, and it is not what you think. Stay with me, because there is one signal you have been reading as your cat forgiving you that very often means the opposite, and it is the reason so many owners never realize the damage is still going on. 1. Your cat never blamed itself, and the guilty face proves it. You know the look. Crouched low, ears back, avoiding your eyes, creeping along the floor. It reads as remorse so clearly that arguing with it feels ridiculous, but that look has been tested. In 2009, Alexandra Horowitz at Barnard College ran an experiment on the guilty look in dogs and published it in the journal Behavioral Processes. She set it up so that sometimes the dog had disobeyed, and sometimes it had not. And separately, sometimes the owner scolded, and sometimes they did not. The guilty look tracked one thing only, and it was not guilt. It tracked whether the owner told the dog off. The strongest guilty expressions of all came from dogs that had done nothing wrong and got scolded anyway. Cats are not dogs, and that study was in dogs, so hold it loosely, but it dismantles the assumption underneath everything owners believe about this moment. What you're reading as an apology is a response to your voice, your size, and your posture. It's appeasement, and appeasement is what an animal does when it is frightened, not when it is sorry. 2. What your cat actually learned was about you. So if the scolding did not teach your cat to stay off the counter, what did it teach? The Cornell Feline Health Center is direct about this. Punishment that comes from a person teaches the cat to associate the fear with that person, not with the behavior. The counter is still interesting. The couch still feels right under the claws. What changed is that a human who was previously safe has now become something that can turn loud and frightening without warning. And you can watch this play out. The scratching and the counter jumping usually continue. They just start happening when you're out of the room. That's the tell. If the lesson had been about the couch would be safe. The lesson was about you, so you're the thing being avoided. You did not fail to train your cat. You spent a little of the trust the two of you had built and got nothing back for it. And quick, if this is already landing uncomfortably, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more owners who want to read their cat properly. Because the next part is the one almost everyone gets backwards, and it's the reason so many people think their cat is holding a grudge. 3. The hiding is not sulking, it's the mechanism. Here's where the popular story about cats collapses. You'll read everywhere that a cat comes back and offers an olive branch, that it makes up with you. The research points the other way. In 1998, R. Vandenbos went looking for post-conflict reconciliation in confined group living cats and published the results in Applied Animal Behavior Science. What he found after conflict was not making up. It was a stress response, showing up as sudden self-grooming, scratching, and head shaking. Reviewers of this literature have since concluded that cats don't really have a reconciliation mechanism at all. What they have instead is avoidance in space and time, plus tolerance. Read that again because it reframes the whole evening. Going under the bed is not your cat punishing you. Avoidance is the strategy. It's the actual, formal, species-level way a cat resolves conflict, and it's doing it correctly. Your cat is not holding forgiveness. It's running the only conflict program it has, which is to put distance between itself and the thing that frightened it until its body settles. And that also means the thing owners fear most, the grudge, is not really available to a cat. Holding a grudge requires storing blame. Your cat never assigned blame in the first place. 4. The whole time it's reading you. None of this means your cat is indifferent to your mood. In 2015, Isabella Merola and colleagues at the University of Milan tested something called social referencing in cats and published it in Animal Cognition. They put 24 cats in a room with an object cats had no template for, an electric fan trailing green ribbons, and had the owner react to it either positively or with fear. 79% of the cats performed referential looking, glancing between the object and their owner's face, and they shifted their own behavior toward whatever emotional message their owner was giving. The effect was modest, and the researchers were careful about it, but the direction is clear enough. When you tensed up and your voice hardened, your cat was watching your face for information about how dangerous the world had just become. It couldn't follow the reason, it read the weather. And that's worth sitting with for a second, because it means your cat is not indifferent to you at all. It's paying very close attention. It simply has no way to know that your anger was about a glass, so it files the information the only way it can, as a change in how safe its person is right now. 5. The head bump is chemistry before it is sentiment. So an hour passes and your cat wanders back and presses its head into your hand, and everything in you says, "There it is, we're okay." That gesture is called bunting, and cats carry scent glands along the cheeks and forehead that release facial pheromones when they do it. In a colony, that shared scent is how cats keep a group smelling like one unit. When your cat bunts you, it's topping up a scent bond that stress and distance disturbed. That's a real physical statement that you belong to its group. It's just not a confession, and it's not the cat saying sorry, because the cat was never carrying blame to hand back. Which brings us to the signal underneath it, the one I promised at the start, and the one that fools almost every owner in the exact moment they most want reassurance. 6. The purr is not proof. Your cat comes back, settles near you, and starts to purr. That sound closes the case for most people. Cats purr when they're content, so a cat purring is a forgiven owner. Except that a purr is not only a contentment signal. Cats also purr to self-soothe when they are frightened, in pain, or under stress. Vets hear it constantly on the examination table from cats that are anything but happy. So the sound you're reading as "we're fine" can be the sound of a cat calming its own body down while it is still unsettled. This is the thing that keeps the damage invisible. The owner hears the purr, decides the moment is over, and never adjusts anything, so the same scene repeats next week and the week after. If you want to know what your cat is actually feeling, stop listening and start looking. Ears rotated back or flattened, a quick lip lick, sudden out-of-context grooming, which behaviorists call a displacement activity, and which shows up when an animal is in conflict, not when it's relaxed. A tail that is thumping rather than resting. Those signals tell you the truth, while the purr is telling you a comfortable story. And this matters the longer it goes on, because a cat that keeps learning its person is unpredictable doesn't simply stay a little wary. It can drift into permanent distance, and in some cats into fear aggression aimed at the very person it used to trust. Rebuilding that takes weeks of patient work, going slowly, keeping your cat under the level that frightens it, and pairing your presence with something it genuinely wants. It's far harder to repair than it ever was to avoid. So the honest answer to the question you came here with is that your cat is not forgiving you, because it never accused you. It got frightened, it removed itself, and it waited for its body to come down. That's the whole event, which means the way to fix it is not to chase your cat under the bed to apologize. Sit down, let it choose the moment. When it looks at you, blink slowly and let your eyes close for a beat, the way a cat signals that it means no harm. Then let it come, because it will come, not because it has decided to let you off, but because the frightening thing passed and you are still the one it lives beside. Read the ears, not the purr. Let it come back on its own clock, and it will keep choosing you the way it always has.